I've got a pile of jeans with problems and almost no jeans to wear on a regular basis, which is pretty much all I wear. Got these bad boys. They are redone and they're great. But these 5 pairs of jeans I can't wear because, I mean, you'll see, I'll show you. 2 are too short. They're sort of borderline capri pant, which apparently I was fine with last summer, but at this point I can't get over it and it just seems like the wrong length. So 2 are too short, 2 have big rips in the butt, and 1 has one of those sort of fakey, I have a rip in my knee things, which sometimes companies get away with and sometimes they really do not. And on stretch denim, I think it basically never works. These are kind of a stretchy denim and I bought them knowing that I would patch the hole because I like the rest of the jean. So I'm gonna work on these 5 pairs. We'll see what we can do to restore, revive, refit. And I'm not expecting them all to work out, but if even any of them are salvageable, it will save me hours and hours of searching for jeans, because that is a process, as I'm sure everyone watching this video knows. And also, jeans are just expensive. I buy almost all of my jeans consignment on the RealReal, or mostly the RealReal, but even consignment jeans can be kind of costly. So I'm gonna see if I can save some of these, and I'm gonna take you along on my sewing journey. I am an amateur sewer, really not advanced. So I'm gonna kind of hack away at these jeans, and I think anyone with a sewing machine and basic sewing skills can follow along. But if you end up with any questions, please post them below and I'll try and answer them. I don't know if I'll be able to, but this is my sewing adventure with 5 pairs of jeans, plus 2 unsalvageable jeans from my husband. And I'm gonna steal that denim to use on these guys. Okay, so here's this pair of girlfriend jeans. I wear them all the time with boots. They just hit the top of the boot in a way that is totally fine for me. I don't mind the raw edge, but I think I'll enjoy these with a clean cut. And I have this pair of jeans that aren't really candidates for resale because they have this lame problem. So we're gonna use this as just a really great source of denim. Where's APC denim from? Is it Japanese? I don't know. I really love it. It wears really beautifully. So I'm gonna try and use this existing ankle opening as a little end piece. And then all I need to do is match up the widths here to make them exactly the same. This side seam you don't want to use to make your width adjustment because you'll have to do this overstitching. But if you do it up the edge, it's just a regular seam and I can just match the overall width and just trim this in a little narrower. And then the other thing is, I think it might look kind of terrible to have just like a chopped off bottom that's just like pant. So I was thinking about extending the front up a little bit. I was actually thinking about doing it past the knee. So it came up here. That might be too crazy. I'm gonna play with them a little more and then see. All right, enough talking. I don't know, is that kind of cool? I don't know if I do a diagonal like that. Okay, I did decide to leave enough for a knee coverage, and I'm just gonna go like well above my natural knee so that I have enough for seam allowance and whatever is gonna end up happening. I'm not gonna do a diagonal, that seems kind of goofy, but I am just gonna go ahead and snip this thing because that's what we're doing. And why is it so scary to cut through denim? But it's flat, it's straight. I'm gonna cut it. Ah! Okay, here we go. And then I'm just gonna hope for the best. I don't know why I started on my favorite pair of jeans. Maybe it would have been better to use a crappier pair to begin. Anyway, then you just nicely fold this, just make it all nice, and then cut the equivalent on the other side. Ta-da! Oh, these are Ginger scissors. Oh no, these are Fiskars. But my favorite are Ginger. I'll link them both. These scissors are so beautiful. I love using them, and everyone in my family is forbidden from touching the silver scissors because they are sewing scissors, and if you mess with them, they will not cut fabric well. So don't touch my scissors, is the message. And now we have 2 legs. The double seam is on the inside, so we'll match that. And then that's how that's gonna look, more or less. Alrighty, I'm gonna pin them and try them on and show you. You guys, I'm so excited about this, actually. I love this like dark denim to light denim situation. And so my idea is to cut back on this and have this part start at the crease, like at the natural knee crease, and have this part stay up, stay up high. So I think the length is just right. It's like showing my ankle, but just barely. And it's a little wider than I like at the hem, but the hem adjustment is too annoying. I'm too lazy to open that thing up and make it narrower. So I'm gonna narrow this easily and then slice down the sides of these. And then I think I'm gonna hand stitch these legs. Ow. I think I'm gonna hand stitch these. Filming and sewing is not a skill set that I currently possess, so I'm learning. Yeah, hi, I know, I stabbed myself. So I have flipped each panel inside out, and I marked the point at which the new legs will get sewn on, and then I have carefully lined this all up and then pinned along. I did it again. Pinned along here, and then I will just sew up this side, figure out how far back the seam is. I can just see the crease on the back of the leg to find the crease spot for this, and then I'll cut along the edges, fold the back part back, and sew along these seams to finish them so that I can then attach them to the jean.
the jean leg is really challenging to get all this fabric to get out of the way. I find when I do this, I often sew the jean together basically, and it's awful, and then you have to rip it all out. Also, I don't want to hand sew this because I have 5 pairs of jeans and this is already taking so much time. So I'm going to try and get away with any efficiencies possible without sewing the jean leg shut. Here we go. So here we go, we've got the front, now we've got the back on, and then this is what it looks like on the side where that little jog happens. I really like them. I particularly like how the fade is so realistic because these are both worn jeans. And then the back being shorter is, you know, that's like a bit of a look, but I think I'm into it. I'm down. I'm gonna do the black ones. All right, so second verse, same as the first. Although jamming these legs along the shaft of my sewing machine was so tedious that I am not gonna go as high up on these, nor do I think they need it. So they are width-wise almost an exact match, which, you know, really does need to be exact for it to come out correctly. So I may need to narrow the underlayer one. And I think maybe we'll just do a straight around this time and make it so easy for ourselves. So I'm thinking like below the knee would be ideal. So let's see if I can figure out, this must be where the knee bit is. So if they fall here-ish, and we need about the same amount of additional length, then we're talking about adding like yay. So I'll put bonus because, you know, look how confident I am cutting these ones now. Geez, like no hesitation. And then I will match like that. Oh, let's be precise. Trying to cut and make sure I'm in frame at the same time. Okay, so I'm gonna pin these on and try them on and show you and check the length because that does matter. I know this difference is pretty subtle, but this is what I'm talking about. It's like, it's too much calf for me. I mean, like these are luxury problems, but anyway, cute ankle, capri pant. This I'm doing a little longer because this like little ding bugs me, so I think I'm gonna wear these like this. So it's just a teeny little thing that kind of resolves that weird flare. So we are really only talking about maybe 3 inches here, but that is the agenda. I turned inside out, I measured. I tried to kind of draw a straight line. I did not get a ruler. That would have been even better. And I'm gonna start at the same spot on both hips and then just try and match this width. So I've pinned both of my little leg sections. I think that's about the right length. I made a note with a pin of where we are. Maybe I will put a safety pin for safety of where we are attaching this leg. And we sew. 2 little cuffs. Let's see how these fit.
They're a little long, but that's on purpose because I want to do them like this. I think that looks better.
This is when the person who doesn't pin uses some pins. I have like 4 pins at this point. Oh, I can't pin this yet. I have to finish the patch. All right, we're just mocking it up. This is gonna come all the way to this little crotch moment. Right at this edge, and maybe even a little over it for security. Obviously, attaching to the center seam would be stronger than attaching to this threadbare crotch denim. I think that's our angle. We're going with it. Is that the vibe? It looks too wide, but it's because it goes to there. I'm gonna start by sewing it down the side because I want it to match up with this seam because it's pretty visible. And then I'm gonna sew along this way because this rip goes so close up here. I need to make sure I don't miss it. And then I'll go down and across. Or maybe I'll go across and then up. I think I'll do that. Just little jeans wrestling, so I don't have to hand sew anything. I like hand sewing, I do. I swear. I just don't have time. I have a meeting at 12. This is such a mess. I think we just want it to go a little bit further in. So I'm just gonna snip this seam off that I made before. Get rid of the extra denim. And then I've got a lot of just like junk in this corner. Seam. I think what I'll do is I'll stitch it straight to get it down, and then I'll do a zigzag stitch to attach it to the center seam for a little more strength. Here, we're gonna run right along here with the zigzag. Okay, let's see if it lays flat or whatever is. How do I get out of here? Thank God. I mean, it looks pretty weird laying on the table.
It doesn't feel like it lays flat. I have not looked in the mirror yet. And I remembered as I was finishing this patch, these are one of those pairs that's too short. It's like that I hate the length of, and I do not have it in me to do another leg extension today. Maybe these ones are bad. Tell me what you think. This one had this really poor excuse for a temporary patch, and I hated it from the get-go. So I think I'm gonna try and go after a look more like the first jean, where the patch goes seam to seam and across like a big square patch. And I just have to figure out if I wanna use a piece of denim that I got off the first jean repair, which is a bit matchy, or if I wanna use another piece of this beautiful APC.
This is a basic patch. I just tried to match the width of the jean and then sew seam to seam. So the denim that I had to add was not wide enough, and I was hoping it would work out, but when I sewed it on, the bottom pair, which has a little stretch, got a little wider. And when they're on, this sits fine. But in a dream world, this patch would have come all the way over to the seam and not have this little gap. But it's on the inner part of the leg and it's not super noticeable when it's on. So I'm gonna leave it. So yeah, I made the patch. I sewed the patch hems and then I attached it on, and I started at the seam because I knew it would be the most obvious. So I wanted to get this one correct. And then because I was dealing with the stretch issue, I went across and then I went down. So that's where we landed. And these ones too, they look good. I like them. It's a win. I can't even believe how well this is going. I'm all finished sewing. I'm not showing the process. I'll just talk you through it. I toyed with the idea of using various tones of blue denim and decided to go black on black, which obviously is black on gray. This one, I mocked up like a diagonal patch, a rectangular patch, and I decided to do a pocket on a pocket, which honestly, when I was sewing this and even looking at it in this view, I thought was so cheesy, and I really did not think it would work. It's an open pocket. I mean, whatever, that's for nothing. Nothing is going in there. It's just funny. I sewed right through the jean, so this one is only functional to here, or like this little strip, I guess. And then this guy. This one does not have an opening at the top. This one is just a patch. So I made the patches and then I attached the patches. It's a very basic job. It looks terrible here, but when I put them on, I actually think it's funny and cute. So let me know if you agree, but I actually think I'm gonna wear these. I love the fit. Again, it's a Levi's Wedgie straight. I mean, it's such a weird move, this black butt patch, but I think it's cute. I think it's good. I'm gonna call it a win. You guys can totally disagree. I'm open. I think my feelings won't be hurt. We'll see.
See you next time.